Now if you are doing some server operations like JSON parsing, if you want to get the data, you want to push the data, so always there should be network connection. How I will check in my device, how I'll check whether there is a network connection or not. So for this, what Apple people are doing is, Apple people will provide you one reachability class. So they have written the code for this, so everything will be there in the reachability class. First thing, you just import this file. So this is the file reachability.h, so reachability.swift. So import this file into your application. So we have a file. So if you do Google, you can find this file easily. So if you have a reachability file, just add this file into your project. So copy items. So then only it will copy to your project. Finish. So this is the file that they have defined. In this, all the modules, how the network connection will be there. If you want to check whether it is there or not, and if you want to check whether reachable via Wi-Fi or WWA, nothing but mobile network. So if you want to check for Wi-Fi.
One question, how I couldn't see actually how to add that file.
So 1 second. So you can download this file. So in online, if you search for reachability Swift class, you will find this file. Just download this file, drag and drop into your project.
Okay.
Like like images, how we are adding, the same way you can add this file. And always same copy items. If I say copy items, then only this file will be added to your project. If not, this project will not. This file will not be added to your project. So now I am adding this file. If I go to this file, I can find, so there are all the definitions they have defined. So if it is a Wi-Fi or it is not Wi-Fi, whether it is reachable or not reachable. So all the network status I can find. So how they are calculating this, how they'll perform this. To perform this, we have a system configuration class. So to check the network connection, we have a system configuration class. First, in the reachability, they'll import the system configuration. Through this only, we can find the network status. So we just imported this class. First, what we'll do. So after importing, what we have to do. The first thing, you always implement the reachability status in your did finish launching with option. So here, I want to find this. So first, I'm defining my variable. So I'm taking my class. First, I have to initiate my reachability class. Then only I can access all these variables. What are the variables I'm having? Sorry. This is my class. If I want to access this variable, I have to initialize this. Then only I can access reachable, not reachable, everything. So I have taken the variable like other classes, how we'll take. So after in the did finish launching, my class, what are the class I'm having? So I have to initialize this. This is my initializer syntax. When you are initializing, what kind of initializers you are having? So you can pass a host name or you can pass a reachability reference. So here we don't have any reachability reference. We have to pass our host name. So what is the host name? So if I pass this host name, always this reachability class will ping this name what you are passing. So what is the host name I should pass? If I have a terminal, how it will always check means it will always ping the host. So this is my, if suppose this is my host name, it will always try to ping this host. And it will get a response. If there is a data, if there is a network connection, always it will get the response in this way. It doesn't mean there is a network here. If I lost a network, if I turn off Wi-Fi or something here, it will lose its contact to a server and it will ping there is no network connection. So always pass your host name, and the host name can be anything here. You can pass anything. So why we are passing only Google means, so in this Google page, there won't be any rich UI. Suppose, for example, if I pass apple.com, in the apple.com, it should load so many elements, it should load so many images, then only it will be able to ping. The google.com, I don't have any images, I don't have anything, so it will always can ping this. So first thing, I am initializing this. When you are initializing, it will check whether the host name is empty or not. So through the Gauntlet reference, it will always check whether the host name is empty or not. If it is empty, it will directly return the nil. If it is not empty, so if I see the initializer here, it is a convenience here. So in the same class, I can have a normal initializer and I can have a convenience also. But the rule from the always from the convenience, I have to call my same class initializer. Here, what is the network I'm pinging? What is the host name I'm pinging? It will take into a reachability variable, and the same thing will pass to the reference. And the same class initializer I'm calling if I go to this initializer. This initializer is always having one parameter called reachability reference. So the reachability reference parameter, I can pass this variable. So from this, I'm passing the reachability reference variable. And in this initializer, what I'm doing, I have one more variable that they have defined here, reachability reference variable. So the variable, the host name, whatever I'm passing, the host name now passed as a reachability reference. Now in this variable, I have my host name. In the class, in the reachability class, I have this variable. Now after initializing, what I have to do? After initializing this, you have to start your notifier. I have to start my notifier. So once I start notifier, then only this class, what is the class I'm having, this will start giving you the callback, reachability or not reachability. But whenever I want to call the start notifier, it is a throws function. So sometimes it may throw the error. So if I want to handle this, I have to implement my do catch block, or I'll implement optional try. If error also, I'll make it as a nil. Now my reachability class, I will start notifier. Now from this initializer, I'm having one variable. If I go to start notifier, in the start notifier, they are checking for the variable. What is the variable we have taken? So this is the variable they are checking. When I initialize in this variable only, I'm storing the value. So they'll check for the variable and they'll do the calculation with this variable whether they're able to reach it or not. If they're able to reach it, they'll send a message reachability changed. They'll always send a message reachability changed. If I go to this function, the reachability changed, they're sending the notification. So always from this, they will send the notification posting. So we have seen the notification center, they're posting the notification here. When they are posting the notification, I have to see this notification. How I'll see this? If I want to see this, I have to add the observer. Add observer. So in the notification concept, we have seen they are posting from the reachability class, they are posting it. I have to listen to this observer to the same class I want to listen. After listening, I have to implement some function. My function name, I want to check status for which notification you want to listen this. So go back here and check what is the notification name. The notification name, they are sending this. I will use the same notification name and object. I don't want any data. Object will be nil here. Now there is a function that I have to implement whenever I receive the notification. I'm just printing, as of now, I'm just printing the reachable status. We will start it. So first thing I'm initializing here. So next step, it will call its class convenience initializer, and here the host name whatever we are passing, www.google.com. The host name will come here. The host name they are taking to the reference. Now always they will ping to the google.com whether they are reachable or not. And from that they are calling the same class initializer. So it will come to the same class initializer, and they are taking it to one variable, reachability reference variable. They are taking it.
Suppose.
Yes.
Hello. Yeah.
Yes.
I meant to say that it checks the network by calling to a hostname, right?
Yes. Yes. Correct.
So suppose my network connection is a bit slow and it takes we know okay, we're passing google.com because it doesn't have any that much heavy UI component, but still
Correct.
if the network connection is slow, then what happens? Means is there any default timeout
No,
thing?
there is no default timeout here. If it is able to ping, here it will not check whether the slow connection or speed connection. If it is able to ping this server, it will give you network reachable. If it is not able to ping, then only you'll get a message not reachable. If you have a very slow connection, still it will able to ping to the server because still you are having a connection. If at all you lost a connection, then only you'll get a not reachable.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so once host name is done, initializing is done. After initializing, I should get notified. So I'm calling my start notifier method. So we are calling your start notifier method. The variable where we are storing the previous value, the value will be passed here, and here they are doing the network configuration operations. Now they'll say whether it is reachable or not. Now reachability change will be called. So go to this function. First, they are checking for the flags, reachability flags. The reachability flags, they have these many scenarios. Connection required is reachable, not reachable, or there is a traffic in connection. So is local address, is mobile or not, everything they are checking here. So reachability flags they are initialized. The first thing they are checking whether it is reachable or not. The block. So here they are using the ternary operator. If it is reachable, true, it will say reachable. If reachable is false, they'll say not reachable. So we have reachable or not reachable. They will post the notification. So once they get the data not reachable or reachable, they'll post it. So here we are writing the callback reachable status. To this, I am listening to the notification and I am implementing it is reachable now. So I am getting a callback, some callback. Now I want to check whether network is there or not. How I'll check the network is there or not? Go to reachability class. The first itself, they have defined the variables whether reachability is reachable or not. If it is reachable, again they are checking either Wi-Fi connection or the network connection. If it is Wi-Fi connection, you'll get Wi-Fi connection here. My reachability class, I have a reachable variable. In this class, they have defined a reachable variable. If it is true, now we got a message network is reachable. How they will check the simulator with the simulator means simulator always takes your system's Wi-Fi connection. Now I have a Wi-Fi, the same Wi-Fi will be shared to your simulator. But turn off my Wi-Fi. So because maybe you cannot see the screen now, I'll share you again because I'm turning off the network connection.
Okay.
When I made turn Wi-Fi off, immediately I'll get a response. It is not reachable now. If I make it on again, again I got a message network is reachable now. So this is how it will start working, because if I put breakpoints, sometimes there may be a delay or there may be a delay in response also. I have disabled my breakpoints. So every time whenever you make it, delete this, turn Wi-Fi off, so immediately not reachable. Network reachable. So now we got to know now network is reachable, but I want to know whether it is a Wi-Fi connection or a mobile connection, because sometimes even the Facebook, WhatsApp, they'll say if it is a Wi-Fi, then only upload the photos or videos. If it is not a Wi-Fi, don't upload it. So in this, whether when network is reachable, again I can check the condition. Is reachable via Wi-Fi. So here, if it is Wi-Fi, so network reachable, and it is reachable via Wi-Fi. This is how we can check a reachability status, and when you want to perform the network operation, you can perform the network operation by checking this. But here there is one more doubt. Now I may be having 100 classes here in the application. I may be having 100 classes. In all the 100 classes, do I need to implement all these scenarios? But not required in 100 classes. I don't need to require all this. Take one singleton class, define your own singleton class. define two variables here. So we know how to define a singleton class. Define two variables here. The two variables may be define two variables here in the singleton class. The variables whatever you are getting, if it is reachable through via Wi-Fi. So the variable Wi-Fi make it true. From the singleton class, make this variable true, because the singleton class variables you can access across your application. Throughout the application you can access. Whenever there is a change, you always get this function, you update the singleton class variables, you access the variables anywhere. So this is how we will check with the network connection, we'll check with the data, everything. But this class you have to import, then only you can do all the scenarios. This is a one-time setup for any kind of application. This much and this much. Any doubts here?
No.
Okay. So tomorrow we'll see about other concepts. So we have 2-3 small concepts pending that we'll see tomorrow.
Okay.